Lamb truck, the last nigga ran his mouth. That's when I ran up. I'm cold with that Tommy, and I'm about to pick Pam up. She hopped in, sipping.
All right, guys, you're here with the Architect, here with Hip Hop Anarchy. We are about to cover Jay Stone's The Definition of Sacrifice album. So let's get it. It's a West Coast artist. He came back with another album, second studio album. So let's review it. All right, guys, so here we go with the first track, Roundtable. Okay, so the beat is very nice, and Jay has good charisma. Not very creative. He fits in with every artist that you hear in the industry, particularly West Coast artists. So he's pretty average. Not say that to be mean, they're just being honest. So lyrics are subpar. This track was, so definitely not for me. But I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 for the rating, and then a 3 out of 10 for replay value. So this track definitely set the tone for the album, but not in a good way. All right, so Hold Me Down, track number 2, featuring Neelam. I was trying to find some pictures of her, but she got a pretty feminine voice. So this track was so-so. You could ride to it. Nothing that is outstanding about it. It's a decent beat. Maybe it's a West Coast thing, but for me, nothing is outstanding compared to all the other West Coast artists that's out. J-Rock, of course, Kendrick Lamar, the game, the list goes on. So so good flow, good beat, nice hook. That's about it, man. The track, it lacks creativity, similar with some of the stuff you may have heard before. But again, I gave this a 3.5 out of 5 for the rating, and then a 4 out of 10 for the replay value. So yeah, we're heading in that direction, guys. All right, track number 3, Bust It Baby. So the look he has right here on his album cover up here at the top, that's the look I had when I listened to some of these songs, man. It's like, what the fuck am I doing in my life? This one is one of those songs. It ain't the worst of the worst I've heard, but it's pretty bad in my opinion. And mainly because of the lyrics. It's very simple, very, again, it lacks anything that grasps my attention. Very simplistic. And this is usually probably, God, I hate to try to diss this dude. I'm not trying to, but this is literally some of the worst of the West Coast rap, where it's very simple. You got some great West Coast lyricists, again, like Kendrick Lamar, like The Game. And I have my issues with The Game for sure, but you got some, and there's many more. I'm not going to prolong it, but there's some great artists that has great lyricism, and this, Jay Stone sets the tone for not being that guy. Even J-Rock is pretty nice, but so yeah, man, without further ado, this one I gave a 1.5 out of 5, and for the rating, and then a 1 out of 10 for replay value. Don't want to hit this track again, man. So if you listen to this album, you'll probably skip it. All right, track number 4, CEO. Okay, so the beat is slow and smooth, which is a good thing. The saxophone is a good change to the album. It makes the song seem different. But the lyrics remind you that it's more the same. It brings you back to reality, like, okay, yeah, this is not something outside the box. And, man, I encourage every artist to be themselves and do what they want to do and do what they feel is best, But again, there's no diversity of creativity here. Lyrics always bring you back to the same subject matter. And it's not really a different in style, different in flow, different in creativity. It's just really more the same. So anyhow, this is a 3.5 out of 5 for the rating, and a 3 out of 10 for the replay value. All right, track number 5, 3 a.m. So, K Camp could not save this song. The lyrics aren't there again. This is a typical R&B and hip hop collaboration. Lyrics are very subpar. Concept is subpar. Hook was so-so. There was nothing to really take from this song. This song is just as bad as pretty much the other songs on this album so far. So again, this is a 2.5 out of 5 for the rating, and a 2 out of 10 for replay value. Don't want to hit a song ever again. All right, track number 6, Flowers Now. So this song works really well, and a different change of direction as Jay Stone. He gets a little personal and a little insightful. Lyrics and production is good, so I gave a lot of credit to that. This is definitely a big step up compared to everything that he came from before. I was dragging him, not trying to, but just being honest with my opinion with the other tracks, and this track was actually pretty good. So I gave this one a 5 out of 5 for the rating, and a 4 out of 10 for replay value. Step in the right direction. All right, track number 7, Weekend. So Young Dolph, he come in and he set a good tone with the flow and the lyrics. Cool beat and the replay value is there. So this was a better track than most. This is again from coming from the last track into now. It's like it's moving along in the right direction. So credit to Stone for that. But this was definitely one of the better songs on the album. So without further ado, gave this one a 4 out of 5. I'm sorry, 4.5 out of 5 for the rating, and then 6 out of 10 for replay value. So far, it's the highest replay value song thus far. So this is one to go to if you listen to this album. All right, track number 8, Flashing Lights. So here we go. The flow is nice on this track, and it does complement the beat. So everything kind of fits on this track. There's a lot of good things to say about it, but the only negative I can say about it is that it's not creative, but it's decent. So this is one to go to, one of the better tracks on the album. I gave it a 4 out of 5 for the rating and a 5 out of 10 for the replay value. All right, so number 9, Different Purpose. So that's the one I used for the intro to this video. It's one of the better songs on the album, probably actually one of the best songs on the album. So he comes up with another track that seems to address his personal life in a vague way. A lot of artists do that, and that's fair because, you know, people kind of want to keep their personal life private as much as possible, but he does a good job lyrically to express how his ambitions are and how he view things. The track displays his lyrical ability, and this is literally probably the best track that really gets him in the best aspect of lyricism that you'll see throughout this album. So anyhow, this is him at his best. I gave it a 5 out of 5 for the rating on this track, and then I gave a 6 out of 10 for the replay value. All right, track 10, I'm just trying to. So track 10 features Garen. Garen is an R&B / hip hop artist. Decent vocals. The beat is actually okay. It's pretty good, but the issue is the lyrics are pretty bad. The style of the song is pretty bad. Yeah, it really kills it. It drops the momentum big time coming from the recent tracks. So this one definitely was in limbo from being the worst of the worst, but it's down there. So anyhow, it's 1 out of 5 for the rating and 1 out of 10 for the replay value. This track had potential, but it was really squandered by the lyrics and the composition of the track. So unfortunately, that's the rating and the replay value. Pretty low. All right, track number 11, At the Ritz. Okay, so the beat is nice on this track. The lyrics are more the same as you would expect. Again, he has no creativity. Like after 10 tracks going to 11th, there's no creativity there. You're gonna get you're gonna get everything you're gonna get from any song from Jay Stone at any point. So don't expect anything out the box at this point. So yeah, good flow. But that's about it. 2 out of 5 for the rating on this track and 3 out of 10 for the replay value. So track number 12, Miracles. Okay, so Stone comes through with another personal or basically thoughtful, insightful kind of track. The hook does stand out with a different feel from the rest of the songs on the album. So this song is leaning on one of the better songs of the album. This is one of the go-tos. It features Styles P, and it was pretty good collaboration. I see a consistency of style of Jay Stone collaborating with East Coast artists, and that's pretty cool. So anyhow, this is a 5 out of 5 for the rating and a 4 out of 10 for the replay value. Pretty decent track. All right, track number 13, No Time, featuring Jadakiss and Swiss Beats, 2 longtime legends in the game. Of course, you guys have probably heard that I said Jadakiss is definitely one of the best lyricists of all time, and of course that goes without say, or at least should. So anyhow, this beat was really nice. The beat was really nice. The hook was nice. Everything worked for this track. Of course, you had Jadakiss with the best flow on the album, in my opinion. The best verse on the album, and Swiss Beats did a good thing pretty much in the background. You know, Swiss Beats really ain't rapping like that, but definitely a nice track. So I gave it a 5 out of 5 for the rating and then a 6 out of 10 for the replay value. All right, Put That on Crip. Okay, so a solid 90s style beat, but the hook and the lyrics are not appealing. Okay, OT Genesis flow was on point, and a good tribute to Nipsey Hussle, but this was a terrible song. They tried. That's all I can say. 1.5 out of 5 for the rating, and 1 out of 10 for the replay value. yeah, I mean, it could have been something, but nothing was there for me. It was a terrible song. So next track. All right, so track number 15, Blue Hearts, is a very different feel from the rest of the tracks on the album. Very unique, from the production to the hook and the style. It gave an extremely different feeling. So this is literally one of the tracks on the album that actually has creativity because of the style of the track. Again, content is more the same, but the track gives it a different feeling, and that's a good thing, because even if most artists have similar content and they stay within their box, but they have to get different collaborations and different tracks, instrumentals, to give their tracks a different feel. So it's a good track. I gave it a 5 out of 5 for the rating. Everything worked for it. As far as replay value, I gave it 4 out of 10. Right under the bar of neutral. So this is one that you could listen to on occasion, but yeah. So that's it. Let's get to the additional criteria and the final wrap up for the album. So briefly, as you see above, the song score is the total of all the points that could be acquired from the songs on this album. There were 15 tracks. All 15 tracks could achieve a total of 5 stars. 5 times 15 is 75. So that's what you have for the total out of 75 up top for the song score. The replay value is similar. It's 10 points per song for the replay value per song. So again, there's 15 tracks. There's a total of 150 points you can get for replay value, and that's just that for in consideration of how often you will come back to the track and listen to music. So the additional criteria that I'm about to add here is additional points that the album could potentially get out of 20. Okay, looking at composition, fulfillment, and other aspects of the album, a total of 20 points could be acquired. So for additional criteria for this particular album is 8.5 out of 20. Okay, it's pretty low. So that means the total song or the total album rating is, again, the 75 plus the 20 additional criteria points. That's 95, and it totaled up to be 60 out of 95. Okay, which gives it a 6.3 out of 10 for the album rating. Okay, that album rating gives a accolade of trash. Okay, so this is considered a trash album by the rating of a 6.3 out of 10. All right, the replay value doesn't give an accolade, but it's 53 out of 150. Okay, that's pretty low score. That means the rating for the replay value was a 3.5 out of 10, extremely low. So yeah, so that's pretty much what you have for this album. Let's get to the final wrap up with additional traits of the album that stood out. All right, best song, favorite song, best hook, best beat, Weekend. All those accolades go to the Weekend. Best verse, Different Purpose, verse 3, and best feature was Jadakiss. Was going to give Jadakiss best verse, but I'm trying to give Jay Stone some leverage here. But Jadakiss had the best verse of the whole album, but we're going to give it to the head artist of the album. So there you go, guys. Unfortunately, it was a trash album, but I had to be honest. I wish Jay Stone could come back with some better stuff, man. To be honest, this is the type of artist you seem that he is. You have those artists that's kind of just in their lane, and this is what it is with Jay Stone. I don't expect him being lyrical any more creative than he's been in this album and last album. So, but I wish him well. Anyhow, guys, follow our social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and of course YouTube, Hip Hop Anarchy. We're gonna be here doing this over and over again because we love hip hop. We love the music. We love the art. Regardless of how we feel about it, we love it. So, see you guys next time. And thanks for listening and watching.